This is a great question because it's one that's asked very, very frequently of us and people that do the kind of work that we do. It's no big surprise that men are hardwired a little bit differently than women when it comes to physical intimacy.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, there is absolute hard research that men's brains are hardwired to focus on sexual thoughts frequently, like every minute of their day, actually.
There's actually every 57 seconds, some research says, and it's every, I think it's like 3 times a day for women that have thought about sex might enter their brain.
For women, their brains are actually hardwired to release wonderful endorphins when there's an affectionate moment.
Right. Well, in fact, many women, especially in the later years, past 30, they're starting to think, I could do without sex the rest of my life as long as we have this emotional connection. That's not unusual for a woman to feel that way.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, one of our friends said there was a list of things that women want to do, and I think gardening was above sex for some women. Sex is like 13th on the list of what they want to do in free time. But that's not to say women don't enjoy it. And when you deeply love someone, here's the deal. Desire is influenced by all kinds of things, by whether you've eaten today, whether you've gotten enough sleep, if you have worries on your mind. There's so much that influences desire that has nothing to do with the relational connection. And so really beginning to navigate that, understand yourself, and do some things. I even heard of a technique where there was a woman who learned to just write a little code to herself on her calendar, and she just would write TS on a certain day, and it would say think sex, and she would just try to organize her thoughts to be ready for that, because she understood that's how her psyche worked. It took time and strategy and intention. That was absolutely not related to her husband. That was just how women are hardwired.
And you don't see many men that have to do
that. To write that on their
I better think about sex today, right?
So, I mean, here's the deal. You're not alone. This is something that, it's a gender issue, and there are some real positive things you can do. You can drop the resentment when you begin to realize, you know what? This is just a dynamic between us. It would be like, men resenting us because we want a little hug and and a great conversation, and that's what makes us feel
Maybe
great.
men should write think emotional intimacy on the calendar every once in a while, right, to balance it out. Here's one more thing, and that is just to consult with your physician.
That's right.
Many times for a woman, there's something that you can do at a more medical or biological level that can increase that sex drive, and it's always worth checking that out as well. But a few things to think about, and a very, very important question.